Hello, hello, hello. We are making flan, one of my favorite desserts. Oh gosh, I used to love to make this dessert when I was working at the Ritz-Carlton, and we made big ones for our Sunday brunch, and we made little ones, and we made different flavored ones, and oh, I just love it. I love it. And I'm sure many people use a variety of different recipes. This one is going to be made with a combination of half and half and milk. So in our culinary world, or our baking world, flan is also referred to as crème caramel, and it's also referred to as crème renversée, meaning reverse. So the sugar is on the bottom, and then it's, inverted, and the sugar will be on top. And it's sort of like the opposite too of creme brulee, which has a cooked caramel on top. So anyway, I gotta have a little, if you're wondering what this is, it's my beverage. And I'm getting ideas, I'm getting inspiration, because it's so yummy to make some plant-based custard-like as soon as I eliminate the eggs. And this is what I have. It's a, what is it, turmeric and ginger coconut beverage from Trader Joe's. It is so refreshing and yummy. So that's my inspiration for my summer baking class, and we'll see how that goes. So we need to cook some sugar, and it's gonna caramelize and turn a nice lovely brown at about a little over 300 degrees. So we can't get to that until I get this started. Sugar, granulated sugar, and I have 3/4 a cup of sugar here, and I'm gonna put about 1/4 of a cup, and enough to make this mixture wet sand, okay? And before it goes onto the heat, you could mix that up. Keep in mind, the more, I could have done with even a little less water in here, but the more water you have inside of the pot when you are trying to prepare a cooked sugar, like you're making candy and you want to cook to a hard crack stage or a softball stage because you want to make buttercream, the more water, the longer this is going to take, because that water has to evaporate in order for the sugar to start cooking and rising to those higher temperatures. So it can't do that with a bunch of water in it, right? Okay, so we are a little bit closer to getting to that stage we're looking for. I have continued to wash the sides of the pot down so that we do not have any extra sugar trying to caramelize and ruin things for us. I have a little tray of cold water, and I'm going to hit the bottom of this into that cold water to stop the cooking process, or to give it a little shock so that when I pull it off the heat, it will not continue to cook, because the residual heat will keep that caramel going, and it's going to continue to caramelize and possibly get a little too dark, and we don't want that. Alrighty, so nice big thick bubbles, not as much splatter as it continues to rise in temperature. And while that is going, I do have my milk and and half and half heating up as we speak, and I have my eggs and sugar ready. So I'm going to incorporate that together while my sugar's cooking. While that sugar's cooking. So whisk together whole eggs and sugar together. This particular oven-baked custard, flan, is a lot more lean. It's not as rich as creme brulee, where we have heavy cream and egg yolks. Here we have a not so heavy high fat content in our dairy, and we have whole eggs. And I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla into my hot milk when it's ready, okay? And I flavored the hot milk, just FYI. I used, bam, I have it right here, this stuff, magical. It's instant espresso, so that's what I used. There are some lovely extracts. It starts with a T, and when I think of it, I will let you know, but it's a really good, rich extract. It's a little on the pricey side, but you can just substitute with coffee or and reduce the coffee, or you could use that instant coffee that I'm using, or espresso. So you could see it's starting to turn colors. It's starting to turn colors. And so while I'm still waiting, guess what I'm going to do? Because I think I have enough time. I am going to temper my hot mixture here. And it was a little, got a little skin sitting on top, and I will strain that out. However, this is my half and half with the espresso. Temper in, hello, introduce yourself, not all at one time. I can only take you in small doses, or else I am going to be scrambled eggs. So now I will pour some more in. Very quick and easy, yes, and we will strain that mixture. Alrighty, so now you could see the change in color there. So if we tilt the pot, we can see the true color. So it looks like it's a beautiful amber color. It's tricking you. It is not. So that's the color that it is. I want it to be a little bit darker. Alrighty? So I'm going to let that go just a tad bit longer. A good stainless steel pot, heavy bottom, works for this kind of thing when you're cooking sugar. So I'm getting closer, giving it just a little swirl. Sometimes it's a little cooking a little bit more to one side than the other, so if I give it a little swirl, I will even out the coloring. A little bit more. Yummy. Can't wait. And this lovely caramel is going to create a sauce once it's chilled. So just like creme brulee, you want to chill these custards. You can chill them in the refrigerator, or you could also sit them in a cold water bath if you needed them right away. You know, throw some ice in the water and then throw your container of your cooked custard in there. I shouldn't say throw, place. So now it's getting to be that color. I could smell it. Oh, it smells so good. I love the smell of cooked caramel. And now I'm going to take it off the heat. You hear that? Alrighty. So now I'm going to place that. I stopped the cooking process, and I'm going to place this caramel in my pan. I'm just using a small cake pan opposed to little ramekins. This is a 6-inch pan. And I'm going to let that sit for a few moments. Alrighty? This pan gets like super hot, so do not touch it because the heat travels. In order to clean your pan, put a little water inside of it, just like that, and then boil it out. If you forget about it, you're gonna have a like super black pan, because the water is going to evaporate out and you're still going to have sugar in there. So don't forget about it. I have cleaned many pans because I've done that kind of thing. So that's really hot. So pretend like I'm just going to speed this process up. I am going to just hit it with a little cold water to make it set a little faster. But normally it might take about, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to cool off sufficiently. So just for time's sake, I'm going to strain my liquid and pour it in. So I'm straining just like I had done before. Let me show you. I don't have, much space to work with, so I strained that liquid through a china cap. Alrighty? And now I'm gonna pour my espresso flavored with vanilla. Yay, I forgot about it. Stir. Pour it into my container here. Alrighty, and I am going to cook this in a hot water bath. So I'm starting off with hot water. I'll place a piece of parchment on top so that I do not form a skin on the surface of my custard. 325-degree oven. We'll check it at, because I have a little bit more here, we are going to check it at about 25 minutes or so, okay? And, or 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and then I'll check it again at 25 or so, and that should do the trick. Alrighty? We will return when it's ready and do the unveiling of the creme caramel. Okay, so it has been 20 minutes, and look, see that jello jiggle? That's what you're looking for, okay? A jello jiggle. And we're going to let that cool before we release it, because it's trapped inside of that pan, and all of us want to see that lovely caramel flow out from underneath. It's going to be so good. So we're looking forward to that.